Well, hello. Thanks for coming back to check out another video. So, we are here today to do our very next update to the Deck of Panning Project Pan. I have to say, I am just enjoying participating in this so much this year. If you're on the fence about joining, do it. It's never too late. This runs from January until December, so you got plenty of time to join in on the shenanigans. Before we get into it, I just want to quickly say this was of course created by Emily. I always have her channel and her introduction video because she goes over the rules really well in that, linked in my description box, as well as the community playlist so that you can just binge watch to your little heart's desire. I'm not going to go too terribly into the rules. I think this is like the third update, so if you've been following along, I'm sure you get the gist of how to play along with us, play the game. I don't even know what my brain was trying to say there. Either way, if this is your first video, hello, my name is Haley. I stumble over my words all the time. Emily's introduction video, though, she does go over it really well. So if you're like confused or you don't know what's going on, I would just say go reference that out. All right, so I had 5 items in that I was working on, and I would like to tell you guys that as we sit here today, I have 2 goals met, 2 items met. So we get to roll out 2 things and draw 2 new cards. That's always the fun part of this. So the first item that I will talk to you about that is rolling out, this has been in since the beginning. I believe I got the card 5 of Spades, which was concealer, and so I picked my Rare Beauty concealer. This is in the shade 140C, and I wanted to finish this off. I don't know if the ring light is going to glare it out too terribly much, but we were marking it there on the side so you can see, like, we started off and it was about halfway full, but this still took a good long while. So I took out the stopper. I think I did that last time. And I have scraped and scraped. I've taken my little spatula tool and scraped and scraped. I think there is the teensiest bit of product left down in the bottom of this tube. But as you can see, there's so much windowing. The wand comes out dry. This is done, over with, gone. Really happy about that. But I will say this is my favorite concealer and I did end up repurchasing it. All right, so the next card we pulled last time, I think it was the 6 of Diamonds. Maybe, which was your most recent purchase. So I had most recently purchased these 3 BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop palettes, the orange sherbet, the cherry on top, and the bubble gum. I'm going to scoot over because, ooh, that might have made a bit of a noise, but my goal with these was to do a full-on look using each of these palettes, which I did do. So I'm just going to pop up the pictures and kind of talk to you about the palettes. I have the shade names listed on the pictures just in case you're curious and you want to recreate the look. So the first one that I ended up dipping into was the cherry on top, which is the red themed palette. I think that this one ended up being my favorite out of the 3. I was a little hesitant at first because red, I like playing with red, but it's not my absolute favorite. But this palette is more on the pink red side, so I feel like it's a little bit more approachable, and especially to do full-on looks with this. So greatly enjoyed that one. The next one that I dipped into was the blue one, the bubblegum palette, and I have to say I've used this one 2 or 3 times now. I think out of all of my monochromatic full-on blue palettes, this one is the star of the show. It is my favorite. This is just such a great formula, so effortless and easy to wear. And the blues in here, I love that they go from the matte ones go from really light to really dark. I just feel like you can get a lot of variety. The other thing I want to mention is that I did pair these 2 palettes together. I got this really pretty red, blue, kind of pink in the middle look. I just really enjoyed it. I didn't know how well they would pair together, but it ended up being one of my favorite looks that I've done this month. And then the last one that I dipped into was the orange sherbet, and I had predicted that this one would be my favorite, and it is really nice. I really do enjoy it. I think I like the shimmer shades in this one a little bit more than the matte shadows. So I did do an all-on orange look, obviously, and it was nice. It was fun, but I don't know if I am super comfortable in doing all orange looks, a very monochromatic look. I think I would enjoy this more mixing this and using this with other palettes within my collection. The other con to this one is that this brown shade here doesn't really go very dark, and so you can't do a lot of deepening up in your outer V or anything like that. But overall, really did enjoy these, and I'm happy that I was able to use them at least each one time and create a full-on look with them. So this will also be rolling out. Okay, so let's quickly go over the 3 items that are going to remain in this project. So the first one is the Bite Beauty Lippy that I have in the shade No Nino. I've already swatched it out on my hand for you guys. I just really love this. I'm wearing it today. I feel like this is a really good, just everyday, like kind of nude lipstick for me. I know that this technically isn't a nude, like this is kind of dark and vampy, but it's just such a great plummy purpley brown shade. I've absolutely fallen in love with this. I really do enjoy the Bite Beauty formula, so much so that if you caught my Ulta, or not my Ulta, but my Sephora haul, you'll know that I purchased this in a full size. That is all that I have left of this, just that little nub. Do you think we could have this finished off by the next time I update you guys? Like I said, their formula is on the softer side. I really do enjoy it. I think it's very comfortable, but I also think that that means that you can kind of like get through the product a little bit more quickly. So I have been marking this on the cap. Hopefully again that the ring light doesn't wash it out too terribly much, but that like last like yellow golden line is where we are sitting at right here today. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. I think I wore this 5 or 6 times throughout the month, and to me that's really good usage for a month for a lip product that I'm trying to pan, because a lot of times, even though I feel like this is a great everyday shade, if I am doing like a, I don't know, like a more bright colorful look, then I feel like I want more of like a pink. But like if I'm doing something a little bit more moody, like what we got going on today, or like it's more like, I guess, cool toned, you could say, like I feel like this is really appropriate. So I'm happy if I can just continue to use this like 5 or 6 times throughout the month. But I do want to get this finished off, so I think I'm going to try to up my usages a little bit more this month, maybe aim for like 10 uses. All right, let's talk about one of the 2 remaining eyeshadow palettes. I think this has also been in since January. So I got the card Queen of Spades, I think, which represents another project pan. So I decided to go and honor the Project Level Up, which was created by Sophie Alexandra. I have all of that information listed in the description box as well. But the whole idea of that is that you would randomize a palette. I didn't randomize this one, but you randomize your palette. And so for level 1, you use each shade 1 time, and then you try to hit pan on 1 shade. So since this has been in since January, I have obviously used every single shadow the 1 time that was like required, and I've continued to dip into this. I just haven't been tracking my uses on it because, you know, the goal was only use every shade 1 time. So hitting pan on a shade though, that is what is taking forever. This formula is not like the most tightly packed. This is the Shroud with Batty Bean palette. It's freaking bats, by the way. Failed to say that. Anyway, the formula in here is not the most tightly pressed, but it's not the most powdery either. And I think that the pans are super deep. So I'm trying to hit pan on the shade 0. I will bring this in for you guys. Hopefully if I tilt it this way, can you see like the dip that is forming in this corner? I was trying so hard to have this rolled out. It's not because it's like a bad palette or anything like that, but it's just like, okay, we're here at the 3rd update and this is still in. Like it's time to roll it out, you know what I mean? I do have this on my eyes today. I'm wearing this palette solely on my eyes. So in case you were wondering, I have Dairy in my outer V, and then I have Spooky kind of more on the inner, but I did use Spooky to blend Dairy out a little bit. And then I have 0 on my lids and Sam as my inner corner highlight. So really do enjoy this palette, but yeah, it's just time to get it done, you know? Okay, so the last thing to talk about is this rolled in last time. So I got the card 7 of Diamonds, if I'm not mistaken, which was Match's shirt. And I was wearing this plaid shirt, and I'm like, what do I even do with this? Like, there's nothing in my life that has plaid packaging. But I do have this. This is great. This was spot on. So this is the Give Me Glow Christmas Morning palette. I really do enjoy the Give Me Glow formula. I like their shimmers better than their mattes. Their mattes are on the more drier side. However, my goal with this palette is to use every shade 2 times, and then I can roll it out. So I was just honestly like focused in more on the It's Freakin Bats palette. I focused in more on the Sweet Shop palettes because I felt like that was an easy obtainable goal. Like just use them and create a full-on look, you know? And then I was focusing on Project Level Up palettes, just yada, yada, yada. This kind of felt neglected. So I can safely tell you guys the only shadow I have reached for twice as we sit here today is the like matte kind of cool tone brown shade Chimney. That is what it looks like. I mean, you can see a little bit of a dip in there maybe because I've used this the 2 times as an eyebrow powder. So yeah, I need to get working. This is a really pretty palette. It's just, I think too, I don't know if I'll do like a full-on look with this because like I've said, we're in spring, and while I still think you can wear whatever color you want in whatever season, I just really want to do like more brighter, colorful looks. And so this does very much read like a Christmas, you know, color story. So I might just dip into this for like a shade or two here and there. So it might take like a little bit while longer. Like I don't think I could have this rolling out by next month, but maybe the month after. Okay, so I have my deck of cards here. I always like to show you guys that I do in fact have a joker in here, because if you draw the joker, it is, are you joking me? And you have to pan something that you really don't like. So I've been fortunate this year. I have not yet gotten the joker, although I know quite a few people who have. All right, so as I am shuffling these, I'm gonna pop up pictures of the game board. Now, I do not look at the game board before I sit down and film. I just think that that keeps it more fun and interesting for me personally. So the face cards never change, and they are divided up by their colors. So like the 2 red queens and the 2 black queens have the same prompt. Like the 2 red queens have one prompt, and then the 2 black queens have another prompt. Anyway, so this part of the game board does not shuffle. I really do enjoy the prompts for this, but I have to say, like, the more exciting part, in my opinion, is the number cards, because those do get shuffled around, and it's just more fun and exciting, and kind of like a, ooh, you never know what you're gonna get, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna give this just a few more quick shuffles, and then we will draw our cards. If you caught last month's update, you know that my shuffling skills are so amazing that I drew the 6 of diamonds and the 7 of diamonds. So yeah, okay, go and okay. All right, you ready? I am going to try to draw 1 card at a time and not 2 cards at once like I did last time. So I'm feeling pretty lucky. Ooh, almost dropped these. I'm feeling pretty lucky with this card. 7 of spades. Yeah, spades. Okay, then let's go from like this end, right? And we're gonna get the 10 of clubs. All right, so I'm going to look at the game board, see what these prompts are, and I will be right back. All right, you know how sometimes it takes you like a hot minute to pick out your products, and then other times it's like really easy? This took me a hot minute. So the first one that we drew is the 10 of clubs. This corresponds to the prompt that is summer. So that is just something that like reminds you of the season, of the summer season. I'm not gonna lie, I had another item picked out, and then I saw my next card and I was like, no, So this was the second thing that came to mind. I'm going to come in with the MAC Fix Plus spray. I picked this up during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. This is my most favorite spray for the summertime. This holds up so well in the heat and the humidity. This is a great like stick it to your face spray if you use it as a prepping spray or a setting spray. And I really love like the nozzle on this and the scent of it. It's just the original scent. So this is a brand new, never before used bottle. Obviously, I just took it out of the box for you guys. So I will mark this on the thing, but I really think that I want my goal to be to just finish this off. I feel like that's gonna be really fun. One, because we can see like how long does it take start to finish? Like how many uses do I actually get out of this? And then 2, I feel like setting spray is just, for me personally, such an easy thing to incorporate into project painting. Like I don't feel like stretched too thin with that, you know, so that's why I didn't want to go with like a blush that was like, you know, pink and vibrant and poppy. Like that would also very much remind me of summer, but this is what I'm going to bring in. Okay, so like I said, I had this item picked out for summer, but then I saw this prompt and I was like, okay, you guys switch this up. Like you have to bring in something else for summer. So I got the 7 of spades, which is your largest category. But we all know that's eyeshadow palettes. There's just no hiding it. So I had picked out from Nomad Cosmetics the America's Parks palette, because what better thing to do in the summer than go and like hike and explore and just be outside and like enjoy, you know, that kind of like experience. So I thought that this would be super appropriate for that, and I still think it is. But like I said, then I got the 7 and this was largest category, and I was like, I'm not bringing in 2 more eyeshadow palettes. Like I already have enough palettes that I'm working on and have out on my desk. So I just moved it over. I still think that, you know, it ended up working out. Like I still get to use this. So this is a palette that I have as I'm sitting with you here today. Not yet touched, not even swatched. I will bring it in for you guys just so that you can see it. It's a really pretty color story. Like I'm super excited, especially about like these 3 rows right here. This red, this like more kind of like, I guess, pinky yellow, and then the greens. Like, it's just gonna be so pretty. So I think that my goal with this is going to just be much like with the BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop palettes. I just want to do 3 full-on looks with this palette. I'll take pictures for you guys. I can come back on here and then update you about it. It was so fun to like use those in that manner that I just kind of, if I roll in eyeshadows to this project, I think that's just going to be my new goal, is create X amount of looks with them rather than so many like uses on a single shade or hit pan on a single shade. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I cannot wait for the 20th so that I can binge watch everyone else's updates, and I will I don't know what I was going to say. I lost my train of thought. I hope you're having a good day, a good night, or a good whatever. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.